Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Nerdicane. I am doing Mercy number 2 from one of my favorite artists that I have recently discovered, Mirka and Dolfo. Mirka, oh my gosh, she is killing it. If you are not following her on Twitter, go follow her on Twitter because you see a lot of the stuff that she does not, that she really hasn't produced here in America yet, stuff that hasn't been published. Her art is great. Her portrayal of her characters are really great. I really love it. She has this other series that's kind of not safe for work. It's Sweet Paprika Devil, and it's basically, it's a little bit like Unsacred. It's a relationship comic cartoon strip. I'm not sure what she's doing with this, but it's about a devil, Sweet, Paprika the devil, and her boyfriend Angel Dill. The beauty of it is, and this is really the beauty of a lot of the things that she does, which it doesn't sound like it should be weird, or it doesn't sound like it should be weird, but in 2020, the way she portrays relationships between men and women is so refreshing, because most of the time you see it in comics now, it's the in-charge woman, she's the shot caller, and she just tolerates this goofy, bumbling man. That's sort of how they portray it, especially in Marvel comics, in a lot of comics, is, she just endures, she endures out of the grace of her, the goodness of her heart, she endures the man, and, just deals with him for whatever reason. But Mirka does it the different, she does it the traditional way. They are in a relationship. They both have their ups and downs. They both, it's really apparent in Sweet Paprika, because Dill is an angel. I can tell he's like, I haven't even read the thing yet. I've just seen art from it, but you can sort of tell that he's really upbeat, almost annoyingly upbeat, and it gets on the devil's nerves because she's a devil. But in the scenes of it that there are, when they are intimate, when they are together, she really does have a passion for him. She doesn't just endure him because he's the one who brings a penis and she's not really a lesbian, but it's different, and it's really refreshing to see in this comic book. But let me get back to what we're talking about. Once again, very refreshing is she's doing, this is excuse me, this is Mercy. This is a sort of horror thriller, and it's done, this is issue 2. A lot of the other horror thriller comic books that I've read, and I really don't read a whole lot of them, because by the time the first issue is over, you sort of realize that, okay, it's this, the monster's not really a monster, the people are the monster, or it's just going to be jump scare and people getting killed, it's just murder porn. This is something different. We're into the second issue of this. I'm not sure what the hell is going on, but I'm still on this ride. A lot of other comic books that were done, less skillfully, if it had gone to the second issue and I hadn't really realized what's going on, what everybody's motivation is, why everybody is the way they are, I probably would have bailed. But this is done. It keeps your interest. It gives you just enough clues as you go along to sort of see, okay, this is the monster, but everybody else here is, and you'll see it in this comic book as well. I highly recommend this. Everybody in the town is sort of has their vice, and some of them are starting to align with the 7 deadly sins. You have greed, you have envy, you have lust. There's certain people who at times personify those certain things, but you find out, especially in the end of the first issue, which I did review as well, go check that out. She's a monster. She's a beautiful monster. She's a monster in this very beautiful shell. And speaking of beautiful, this is some of the most beautiful artwork that I have ever seen from Mirka and Dolfo. It's truly, truly beautiful. Check this out. If you're just coming for that, just check this out, because I have a couple screenshots of what is her name? Lady Helena, the sort of main character. Absolutely beautiful art. She's doing the coloring as well. The color on this is absolutely gorgeous. Although she is getting some help. She has a coloring assistant from, I think his name is Giancarlo Papi, but the color on this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But you start to see, like, even in this one, she has sort of the monster reveal moment, and I'm not going to spoil it. It's stopped because we're not. I'm not really sure what this red flower is. I know I'm doing a really crap job of this review, but there's this red flower that people are sort of drawn to somehow, and it gets in you and it grows, and you start to become it. You start to become the monster. The shell, apparently, the shell that this thing is using right now, which is the main character, was about to feed on this little child, but this little child is an orphan. And the shell is apparently the shell of her mother, or looks a lot like her mother. It's very interesting to see how this is, and how this creature, which is a monster, and it's very well established that this is a monster that feeds on humans. What it does, the reaction it takes, is not what you would expect, and it's very interesting to see. It's very refreshing to see in a horror comic, and in horror in general. The monster isn't just jumping out of the shadows and eating people. It's not just this single-minded thing. It can show mercy. I know that was stupid. Sorry, I apologize. But yeah, I do highly recommend this. It even shows at the end that there is, and it doesn't really give you a whole lot of clues. It leaves the comic book where it should. It gives you a hint of what's next, but it doesn't reveal it. There's sort of this group of female cowgirls, who hunt these things, who hunt these monsters, and it's very interesting to see. So we'll see where that, because they're a new player coming into this. You've established, the story is established, the townspeople are pretty awful. There's awful things in the past, and then it brings in the two protagonists with a question mark behind it. But it's very interesting. It leaves you with enough. It shows you enough to keep you interested, and I'm definitely interested. I definitely think you would be interested in this. I highly recommend it. Like I said a couple times before, go check this one out. It is from Image Comics 1, 2, and I think 3 is out as well. So go hit up your local. I'm still not on the digital train. I don't believe in digital comics. I think there's something beautiful to a well-crafted comic book, and that's what this is. This is a well-crafted comic book. This is something you don't want to have on digital. This is something you want to have in your hands, if not just merely for the artwork and the coloring of Mirka Andolfo, which is absolutely beautiful. But go check her out on Twitter. A lot of her work on Twitter is very, very beautiful. It's very, very quirky and very fun, very light, and that's kind of what people should be looking at nowadays. There's a lot of just awfulness going on right now. Go find something fun. Go find a comic that has like a fun relationship between people. But that's all I got for this one. You guys go buy this one. Go pick it up. I highly recommend it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. You guys go have a good day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I got to go take the garbage out. Bye.